So in this video I'm going to show you how to crochet the diamond waffle stitch. It's a beautiful stitch, be a really nice one for a blanket. Personally wouldn't use it for a baby blanket because it has these little parts here where little fingers could get caught. But other than that, I think it's a great one, would look really good in a round on a beanie. It has a lovely smooth inside, so if you wanted to use it on a bag you could, and then have the texture on the outside with the smooth on the inside. That would be a great make for it. And it looks really complicated, but once you get past row 3 it's really quite easy. So let's have a look at the tutorial. So for this tutorial I'm going to be using a Aran weight yarn. This is Stylecraft Aran in the colourway Lavender, and I'm going to use a 5.5mm crochet hook. You could use a 5, I just happen to have this one to hand, and the 0.5mm just makes it a little bit easier to see some of the stitches when I'm demonstrating it to you. So we're going to start off with a slip knot. You can do that in whichever way you prefer. And we're going to make a foundation chain. Your foundation chain needs to be made in multiples of 4 plus 3 extra chains for turning. So I'm going to make a foundation chain of 20 plus my 3, so obviously 23. So pause the video now whilst you make your foundation chain. So I have my foundation chain of 20. I'm just going to do my extra 3, 1, 2, 3, and those are my turning chains. So we're going to start our foundation row in the second chain from the hook, so we don't count the one on the hook, so 1, 2, and in there we're going to insert our hook, yarn over, pull through, yarn over, pull through the 2 loops. So we're doing double crochets, that's UK terminology, all the way down our foundation row. That would be a single crochet in US terminology. So go ahead and work your double crochets into your foundation chain, and I will see you at the end. So I have my foundation chain and my foundation row. The next thing to do is to chain 2, 1, 2, and turn my work. So this chain 2 does not count as a stitch, therefore we're going to work into that very first gap there with a treble. So you yarn over, insert to the gap, yarn over, pull up a loop. So have 3 loops on your hook, yarn over, pull through 2, yarn over, pull through 2. We're going to do the same in the next stitch. Make our treble, and we're going to work treble stitches in all of those double crochets from the previous row. So work your way down to the end of the row and I will see you there. So for row 3 then we're going to chain 1 and we're going to turn our work. We're then going to use the double crochets that we did in our very first row. So let me just zoom in here a little bit so you can see where I'm talking about. So I'm going to take my hook out. So we have this part here which was our turning chain. We have 1 double crochet there. There's the second double crochet. This is the 3rd double crochet, and we're going to do a front post double treble around that 3rd double crochet. So let me get my hook back in. So just to check where I'm going, that's the turning chain, that's double crochet 1, that's double crochet 2, this is double crochet 3 that I'm going to be working around. So to do the front post double treble, yarn over once, yarn over twice. Come down to that stitch that we're going to work around, so 1, 2, 3, go in just before the stitch and go behind it and come back out again. Yarn over, pull the yarn back through, and you might need to pull it up just a little bit. Yarn over, pull through 2, yarn over, pull through 2, yarn over, pull through 2. So this stitch that we've just made, this front post double treble, is instead of working into the next stitch, so the chain one didn't count, so we'd missed this gap here. This stitch lies across that one there, so we're not going to work into that one. This stitch is in lieu of the one you'd work in there. So we're going to work in the next stitch, and we're going to work a double crochet and a double crochet in the next stitch and a double crochet in the next stitch. So that's 3 double crochets. We're now going to do a front post, or rather 2 front post double trebles together. So we start off in the same way as we would do a normal front post double. So yarn over, yarn over, and instead of going 3 along, we're going to go around the same double crochet that we had from the previous row that we worked into. So we're going around exactly the same stitch that this front post double treble went into. So I've yarn over, going to come down, go behind this post here, yarn over, pull up, got 4 loops on my hook, yarn over, pull through 2, yarn over, pull through 2, then stop. So we're going to straighten out our work just so we can see where we are, and you can see we've made the bottom part of the first diamond there. We're going to leave these 2 on our hook because we're doing 2 together. So we're going to count on 4 stitches. So we're going to, that's the one I've worked into. So I've got 1, 2, 3 that I'm going to skip, and I'm going to go around the 4th one. So let's just double check that again. So that's 1 double crochet, 2 double crochets, 3 double crochets. I'm going around the 4th one this time. So I'm going to yarn over, go behind the 4th stitch and come out the other side, yarn over, pull through. I have 5 loops on my hook, yarn over, pull through 2, yarn over, pull through 2, and because this is the last one of the crocheting them 2 together, we're going to yarn over and pull through all 3 loops on your hook. Now we're going to miss the stitch that we have crocheted over, so we worked into this one. This is the one we've worked into this one, so this is the one we're going to skip that lies over the top of that one, and we're going to do 3 double crochets in the next stitches. So 1, 2 and 3. So I have my 3 double crochets. I'm now going to do a front post double treble 2 together. Okay, so we're going to be doing front post double trebles, but there's going to be 2 of them, and at the end they'll be joined together. So I'll show you how this works now. So yarn over, we're going to go around the same double crochet from the previous row. So front post treble, so we're going to go in and out the other side, yarn over, pull your yarn back through, you have 4 loops on your hook, yarn over, pull through 2, 3 loops on your hook, yarn over, pull through 2, 2 loops on your hook, and we're going to stop there. We now need to make the second part of the front post double treble 2 together. So we're going to skip 3 double crochets and we're going to work around the 4th one. So that's 1 double crochet, 2 double crochets, 3 double crochets, there's the 4th one. So yarn over, go in behind that fourth double crochet, yarn over, pull through. You should have 5 loops on your hook. Yarn over, pull through 2, yarn over, pull through 2, and then because this is the last one of the 2 together for the front post double trebles, yarn over, and we're going to pull through all 3 loops. 1, 2, 3. So you can see there that we have the start of the first diamond going one way and then the upside down part for the next diamond. Okay, so we have worked this stitch, but we're going to miss this one because that lies over the top, and we're going to do 3 double crochets in the next 3 stitches. So 1 double crochet, 2 double crochets, 3 double crochets. So we're going to be basically repeating this all the way down the row now, but let me just show you one last time. So yarn over, we're doing our 2 front post double trebles together. We're going to go around the same stitch that we worked this one into. So come down and go behind that post, yarn over and pull through. You have 4 loops on your hook, yarn over, pull through 2, yarn over, pull through 2, leave these 2 on your hook. We're going to skip 3 double crochets, 1, 2, 3, and we're going to work around the 4th one. So yarn over, insert your hook, go behind the post, yarn over and pull through. You should have 5 loops on your hook, yarn over, pull through 2, yarn over, pull through 2, and then yarn over, pull through all 3 to close off the 2 together. Okay, I promise you, once you get past this row, there isn't really any more counting to do. Okay, so we missed this stitch, and we're going to do 3 double crochets. 1, 2, 3, and then we continue down the rest of the row with what we've been doing here. So you could pause the video now whilst you finish the rest of your row, or you could stay with me and I'll do one more with you. So front post double crochet 2 together, yarn over, going behind this front post here into that same stitch, so around the double crochet, yarn over and pull through, 4 loops on your hook, yarn over, pull through 2, yarn over, pull through 2, and stop. Skip 3 double crochets, 1, 2, 3, working around the 4th one, yarn over, go behind that 4th one, yarn over and pull through. Should have 5 loops on your hook, yarn over, pull through 2, yarn over, pull through 2, and this time we're closing off, so yarn over, pull through all 3. Okay, you can always rewind the video if you need to go back. There is also an option on YouTube to actually slow down the video, so if you want to see it slightly slower, I think my voice will slow down, but hey. So you do have that option as well. Okay, I will see you just before you get to the end of this row. So pause the video now. So just coming up to the end here, so I'm going to skip the hidden stitch and do my 3 double crochets, 1, 2, 3. Now this time I don't have the space to do front post double trebles 2 together, so I'm just going to do the 1. So yarn over, still going around that double crochet from the previous row, pull through, and just finish off as a normal front post double treble. We skip the next stitch because it's hidden, and then we're going to just work into the chain with a double crochet. And that really is the hardest row that you have to do. From here on out, super easy. And from here on out is also the repeat of the main pattern. So this is row 3 we've just done. Rows 4, 5, 6 and 7 are the repeated patterns. So start the next row, we're going to chain 3. 1, 2, 3. Now if you are the sort of crocheter who ends up, let me just show you on the sample here, ends up with a gap here, you could just chain 2. It's up to you. Okay, I'm just going to chain 3 just because that's what I'm going to do. But if you chain 2, it makes that gap slightly smaller. Okay, so I'm going to turn my work after I've chained 3. This chain 3 counts as a stitch, which means we're not going to work into that first gap. We're going to work into the second stitch, and we're going in there with a treble. That's UK terminology, US that's a double. So yarn over, insert, yarn over, pull through, yarn over through 2, yarn over through 2. And we're just going to do trebles all the way down this row. So whenever you're working on the reverse side, the side that doesn't have the diamonds on it, is going to be a straightforward treble row, which is nice and easy, especially if you're watching something on television. So pause the video now whilst you work your way down this row. So I've got to the end of my row. I'm just going to do a treble into the turning chain from the previous row, just to make sure my sides stay nice and straight. Okay, for row 5, chain 1 and turn our work. That chain 1 doesn't count, so we're going to work into it this time, into that first gap here, and we're going to do double crochet in that first gap, double crochet in the next stitch. We're now going to be working around the front posts that we made from the previous rows. So from row 3 we're going to be working around these. So there's no more counting and working into the 4th one along or the 3rd one along. We're going to be doing our front posts around the front posts that are already there. So to start off then, we're going to yarn over, yarn over. Going to go around this front post here, yarn over, pull through, yarn over, pull through 2, yarn over, pull through 2. We're then going to yarn over and yarn over, go around this post here, and we're going to go around both of them, so underneath both, because these are around the same stitch. Yarn over, pull through, got 5 loops on your hook, yarn over through 2, yarn over through 2, yarn over, pull through all 3, and there we have our first completed diamond. So again, we need to skip the hidden stitch. We're going to double crochet into 3 stitches, 1, 2 and 3, and we'll do it all over again. So yarn over, we're going behind both of these 2 stitches here now. So behind both of those stitches, yarn over, pull through, and you might need to pull your loop up a little bit higher just because we're working around a lot more yarn. So 4 loops on the hook, yarn over through 2, yarn over through 2, stop there, yarn over, and we're going to work behind this one and this one. Yarn over, pull through, you should have 5 loops on your hook, yarn over through 2, yarn over through 2, and then yarn over and pull through all 3 to close off the 2 together. Now we have that hidden stitch that we're going to skip, and we're going to do 3 double crochets, 1 and 2 and 3. Then we do our front posts 2 together again, so yarn over around these 2 here, yarn over and pull through. Just have 4 loops on your hook, yarn over, pull through 2, yarn over, pull through 2, keep those on your hook, yarn over, behind the next 2 upside down V's you have there, yarn over, pull through behind those, 5 loops on your hook, yarn over, pull through 2, yarn over, pull through 2, and close off by yarning over and pulling through all 3. You have your hidden stitch there, so we skip that one. 3 double crochets over the next 3 stitches, 1, 2 and 3. So another front post double crochet 2 together, yarn over, behind the stitches, yarn over, pull through, 4 loops on your hook, yarn over through 2, yarn over through 2, yarn over through 2. Oh, that's wrong, sorry. It's not yarn over through 2. I'll just undo those. And stop when you have 2 loops on your hook. Sorry about that. It's getting a bit carried away. Right, yarn over under the next 2 and pull through. You should have 5 loops on your hook, yarn over through 2, yarn over through 2, and then pull through all 3. Skip the hidden stitch, 3 double crochets, 1, 2 and 3, and then this is the last one now, so yarn over, behind those 2, yarn over, pull through, you should have 4 loops on your hook, yarn over through 2, yarn over through 2, and stop. Yarn over, and obviously there's only 1 to go around here, so we'll go around that one. So behind that post, pull it through, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 loops on your hook, yarn over through 2, yarn over through 2, and then yarn over through all 3. Skip the hidden stitch, and then we do a double crochet in that last stitch. So that's row 5, chain 3 or 2 if you don't want the gap, 1, 2, 3, and turn your work. Remember that 3 chain counts as a treble when you're doing your treble rows, so we're not working into that first stitch, going into the next one. So row 6 is another row of trebles, the same as row 4, so remember the even numbers are going to be on the back and they're going to be treble rows. So we make a row of treble stitches all the way along for row 6. So pause the video now and I will see you at the end of row 6. Okay, so I'm going to work my last double crochet treble in that last stitch there. So that's the end of row 6. Row 7 then, we're going to chain 1 and turn our work. So this row 7 is very similar to row 3, but we're going to be working around these 2 posts and these 2 posts and these 2 posts all the way down, rather than going through the double crochet like we did in row 3. So we're going to start off with a front post treble, so yarn over, we're going to go behind these 2 stitches from row 5, yarn over and pull through, you have 4 loops on your hook, yarn over through 2, yarn over through 2, and yarn over through the last 2. So we have this stitch hidden here, so the chain 1 at the beginning didn't count, so we weren't going into that first one. The second one becomes the one that's the hidden post, by the post, sorry, and then we're going to do 3 double crochets. So 1, 2 and 3. So your 3rd double crochet should sort of be in line with where the crossover is of those front posts stitches. Okay, so now we're going to do our front post double treble 2 together. So yarn over, we're going underneath both of these, yarn over and pull through, yarn over, pull through 2, yarn over, pull through 2. Keep those last 2 on your hook, yarn over, we're going behind these 2 stitches now from row 5, yarn over, pull back through, yarn over through 2, yarn over through 2, and then finish off by pulling through all 3. And there you have your next full diamond. Find the stitch that was be hidden, so you've worked into this one, so it's that one that's hidden, and then you do your 3 double crochets, 1 and 2 and 3. Now the next lot of front post double trebles, yarn over, behind these ones, so you work backwards on the first one, yarn over through 2, yarn over through 2, yarn over, and you're working forwards on the next one to get that lovely slanted line for the diamond, and then pull through all 3 to close off that stitch. And we just carry on the same way all the way down the row. So we've skipped the stitch, the hidden stitch, you do your 3 trebles, 1, 2, 3, yarn over, behind, pull through, yarn over through 2, yarn over through 2, yarn over, it's like a little nursery rhyme, under these 2, yarn over, pull through, yarn over, yarn over, and pull through all 3. Okay, so I've got my hidden stitch, 3 double crochets, 1, 2, 3, yarn over, behind these 2, yarn over, pull through, yarn over through 2, yarn over through 2, yarn over, behind these 2, yarn over, pull through, yarn over through 2, yarn over through 2, yarn over through 3, hidden stitch, and then we just finish off 1, 2, and the last one goes through your 3 chain or your 2 chain at the end. And there we have it. So from the first treble row, which is row 4, row 5, row 6 and row 7, that's just repeated over and over for as long as you want your piece to work. And obviously you can make it as wide as you want as well, making sure you're in multiples of 4 plus 3 for your turning chain at the end of the row here. So I'm just going to work up a few more rows for you to see how it looks. So I've just worked up a few more rows for you to see how it looks, and it's a really lovely stitch. I just love the way these sit over the top of your crochet. They look really complicated, but as you've just seen, it's not that complicated at all. And actually once you get past row 3, you don't even really need to think about it, you don't need to count anymore. So really great stitch and a good one to have up your sleeve if you fancy making something a little bit more textured and a little bit more exotic. With the shadow on that looks really great. I hope you'd enjoyed this tutorial. I'll pop 2 more videos on screen to help you on your crochet journey, and I will see you over there. Thank you so much for joining me on this one, and happy hooking!